of love is so wonderful. Now, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, he goes house to house for Diksha, and Advaita Acharya wanted him to come alone. His desire also got fulfilled. Said Damodar Pandit, he quickly returned from Lachal, and today we will see 93rd verse, Chaitanya Bhagavat, 9th chapter. प्रभु बोले तुम्ही आछिले आछिला तान काछे सत्य कह आयरे की विष्णु भक्ति आछे. Lord Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is asking, you went to Nilachal, you stayed with my mother Sachi Mata. Now tell me the truth, that she have devotion to Lord Vishnu? After hearing this question, now see Sachi Mata, who is the embodiment of devotion, she is asked like this question. Parama tapasvi nirapeksha damodara shuni krodhe lagilena kariti uttara. On hearing this question, Damodar Pandit, who is very austere, very impartial, became very angry and he replied, Ki bolila Goshani, Aira Bhakti ache. Yeah, oh Jigyas Prabhu, tumi kona kache. You're asking, your I miss mother, is doing devotion. What did you say? Aira Prasade se tumara Vishnu Bhakti. Yata kichu tumara sakala tantra shakti. It is by your mother's mercy that you have devotion for Vishnu. Oh, that's your bold answer. Because your mother is an embodiment of devotion, you have devotion for Vishnu. Now just see Damodar Pandit. Sometimes Yogamaya potency covers the eyes of even the devotees. Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Vishnu himself, who is the source of Vishnu, now because of the Yogamaya potency, now here Damodar Pandit says, you have devotion for Vishnu. That is how, why it has come, because of your mother's mercy. Whatever you have is by her potency. Yata kichu tumara sakala tantra shakti. So whatever shakti you are having, it is only by your mother's blessings, mother's mercy. Yate ka tumara Vishnu bhakti udaya. Aira prasada saba jani hai nischay. So everyone knows that only because of her mercy, you have devotion for Vishnu. Know it for certain. Yateka tumara, you know it for certain. And janiha nischaya. Janiha nischaya means you should understand that whatever bhakti you are having, it's only because of your mother. Ashru kampa shveda murcha pulaka hunkara. Yateka achaye Vishnu bhakti vikara. Kshanika aida. Dehe nahika. Virama. Nirvati Shri Vadane Suresh Krishna Nama. Transformations of love for Vishnu like crying, shivering, perspiring, fainting, standing of hairs on end, and loud roaring are constantly visible on the body of Mother Vishnu, Mother Sachi. And she is always chanting the holy name of Krishna. Such Ashtavikar is always happening in the body of Mother Sachi. And always she is chanting the holy name of Krishna. नयनं गलदश्रुधारया वदनं गद्गदुग्धया गिरा पुलकै निचितं वपु कदा तव नाम ग्रहणे भविष्यति. So Chaitanya Mahaprabhu in his Shashtratam writes when such transformations are going to appear. But here Mother Sachi is already having such wonderful uh, transformations. So these ecstatic transformations or these ecstatic symptoms are already visible because she has deep love for Krishna. And she has deep love for you. That is, you are the source of everything and you are not different from Krishna. Aira Bhaktira, Katha Jigyasa Goshani, Vishnu Bhakti Andra Boli, say I. You asked about the devotion of Mother Sachi. It is Mother Sachi who is addressed as devotional service to Krishna, to Vishnu. She is addressed as devotional service. That means she is the personification of devotional service. Oh Lord, you must know this. Murti Mati Bhakti Ai. She is the embodiment of devotional service to Vishnu Murti Mati. Kahila Kumara. You should know this. I tell you, Janiya O Maya Kari Jigyasa Amara. Although you know this, you ask me as if you do not know. So now here, now the Pandit reveals that you know everything, but still you're asking as if you do not know all these things. Prakruta Shabde O Ek Va Balibek Ai. Ai Shabda Prabhave Kahara dukha nahi. If even someone who considers the word I an ordinary word utters this word, by the influence of that sound, he is freed from all distress. Because he may call his mother I, but it actually refers to Sachimata, who is the mother for Krishna, for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. Just by uttering this word I, what will happen? He is freed from all the distress. दामोदर मुखे शुनि आयर महिमा गौरचंद्र प्रभुर आनंदेर नाहिसी. He wanted, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu wanted that Damodar Pandit should glorify his mother. That is why intentionally he is asking this question. So in this way, the happiness of Gaurchandra, it increased so much. There was no limit for it. They said without any limit, this uh, limitless. So much the bliss was the bliss was experienced by Gaurchandra. When the Lord asked Damodar Pandit how much devotion to Krishna his mother had after being separated from her son, Damodar Pandit replied, he glorified the devotional activities of Sachi Devi. When Mahaprabhu heard this, he became extremely joyful. So, in any circumstances, whether union or separation, one has to love Krishna. And that is the mood of a Brajavasi. The deep love for Krishna is increased more even in separation. They cannot forget Krishna even for a fraction of a second. And that is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu teaches, Vipralamba Bhava. This Vipralamba Bhava is the most highest Bhava. In separation, loving Krishna. Generally, in separation, a person gets frustrated, tends to forget, hmm, or tries to engage in some other activities, but still waiting for Krishna, waiting for Chaitanya Mahaprabhu to come back. This is waiting for Krishna. And in this, the love increases multifold. जयति तेदिकं जन्मना व्रज शयतेन्द्रिरा शश्वदत्तै दैत्यदुष्टितां दिक्षुतावकाश त्वयि धृतस्तवस्त्वां विचिन्वते. We are waiting for you, Krishna, gopis say. Yesterday was Mahara's Sharada Purnima, Sharadiya Rasi, where Krishna is involved with all the set of gopis. Nitya Siddha gopis can participate in this Maharas. This the Sharada Rutu Ras is open for everyone. So Nitya Siddha gopis, then Devachari gopis, Rishichari gopis, they all could participate except for one, that is sadhana siddha gopis. By doing sadhana, they got siddhis, but they could not go and practically participate, but mentally they were there. So they were absorbed in meditation to such an extent that they gave up their body. So that is the love which the gopis have for Krishna. Whether they could participate physically and mentally doesn't matter. Their love for Krishna is so much. But when their pride increased, Krishna left them and went. And Krishna left them and went, even to the extent he left even Radharani and went. All the gopis, they sing Gopi Geet. That is the love in separation, the song in separation. So this is the love. Love is even when a person is not present before you, you just think about that person. You are not forgetting that person. You don't change your object of love. And that can happen only for Krishna. And that can happen for the spiritual master, who is personification of the devotional service to Krishna. Because who is Guru? Guru is none other than the devotee and devotional service, personification of devotional service. So in this way, Damodar Pandit glorified Sachimata. दामोदर पंडितेर धरी प्रेम रसे पुनः पुनः आलिंगन करे न संतोष. So absorbed in the mellows of ecstatic love, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu repeatedly embraced Damodar Pandit with great satisfaction. You know what is the thing he told to Damodar Pandit? Aji Damodar, tumi amara kinila, manera vruttanta yata amara kahila. So in this way, oh Damodar, today you have purchased me. मैं बिक गया हूँ Kriya means Nizvigyam. For you have confirmed what was in my heart. Because Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is always absorbed in the transcendental mellows, and he ensures that his devotees are also absorbed in the transcendental mellows. Even in separation, they are just absorbed in thinking about Krishna. So in this way, he says that you have purchased. When he sends the Goswamis to Vrindavan, he says, cry in separation. युगायितं निमेषेण चक्षुषा प्राप्शायितं शून्यायितं जगत् सर्वं गोविंद विरहितं शून्यं. This whole world is just a big zero. Every shana is like a big yuga in separation from Krishna. So, the Pralamba Bhava has been taught by Chaitanya Mahaprabhu. He says, whatever asset of devotion to Vishnu I have is by my mother's mercy. There is no doubt about it. Yata kichu Vishnu Bhakti Sampati Amara Aira Prabhu Prasadi Sava Vidha Nahita. That is what Chaitanya Mahaprabhu is also teaching. The devotees' children should always have that gratitude for their parents, grandparents, whoever has given them bhakti. They should always have this gratitude. Just see even Chaitanya Mahaprabhu, who is Krishna himself in the mood of Radharani, is expressing even whatever devotion I have is because of my mother. Tahana ichhaya ami acho prativite tana rana ami kabula riva shrutite. I am living in this world by her will. Therefore, I will never be able to repay her. Oh, this beautiful, beautiful line which even Krishna tells to Uddhava, Naparayam. I cannot repay the love of the gopis. The gopis are so dedicated to me. They have completely given their mind, their body, and everything to me. I can never repay them. Even Krishna cannot repay their services. So just see the gopis' love, which is the topmost of everything. The Brajavasis, the gopis, they are just surrendered to Krishna. In what way? Everything. Even if Krishna has not given them, sometimes Krishna has given them some difficulties by unmanifesting himself, but still the gopis are always absorbed in Krishna. Ashrishya va padartam pinashtumam darshanan marmata karotu. Yatha tatha va vidadhat lampato mat prananath susenapa. So this is the love they have. Whether Krishna, you hug me, oh Krishna, whether you discard me or you just forget me, but still I will never forget you. This is the love which the gopis have for Krishna. And then Krishna says, this type of love has actually purchased me, and I can never repay them. So I sthane baddha ami shuna damodara, aire dekhete ami achi nirantara. Oh Damodar, please listen, I'm always bound by her affection, and I always see her. Tene Brahma Hridaya Adi Kave Bhuyanti Yat Sudaya. So this is the most secret knowledge, which even the Devatas cannot understand. How Krishna is bound by the devotees, how Krishna is indebted to the devotees is only because of the pure love. Braja Prema cannot be understood. Where they don't know anything. Sarvadharman Parityaja Mamekam Sharanam Braja, even in the Sharanagati Gadya, written by Sripad Ramanujacharya. He chants this verse in the last two, Ranganatha and Ranganaiki, Sarvadharman Parityaja Mamekam Sharanam Braja. In the mood of Brajavasis, just surrender to Krishna. So let us today take the sankalpa of the more taking the study of Stotra Ratna. Though we may not be so perfect, at least I am not so perfect, but I had a desire of studying Stotra Ratna. Many of the quotations Srila Prabhupada has put in uh, Bhagavad Gita, Stotra Ratna verses, highly quoted verses, or they are the highly quoted verses by Srila Prabhupada. Alabandar, that is Yamunacharya, his address is Alabandar. the one who has come to save us. Yamunacharya is the spiritual preceptor of Ramanujacharya without even meeting the living body of Yamunacharya. Just by seeing his Mrit Sharira, Ramanujacharya took three sankalpas and the fingers which was clasped, they started opening. So Yamunacharya, though seems to be in a mortal body, but he is not mortal. It's not a mortal being. Yamunacharya is the powerful Acharya who set up his grandson of Nathamuni. That is how the Pranam mantra starts. Lakshmi Natha Sammaramban, Natha Yamuna Madhyavan, Asmadacharya Paryam, Vande Guru Parampara. And here, two shlokas are given to pay obeisances to Yamunacharya. स्वाद्यन्नीह सर्वेषां त्रयन्तार्थं सुदुर्गहम् स्तोत्रयामास योगीन्द्र तं वन्दे यामुनावहम्. So Durgam means which is very difficult. The whole Vedas are so difficult to understand. But Yamunacharya has given the essence of the Vedas. Vedesha sarvera hamir vivedyaha vedanta kudvedevacham. So in the Stotra Ratna, he has condensed the Vedas. The Vedas boils down to pure devotional service. Namo Namo Yamunaya Yamunaya Namo Namaha Namo Namo Yamunaya Yamunaya Namo Namaha. In this way, paying obeisances, Namo Namo. Let me pay obeisances to Yamunacharya. And in this way, again, Punha Punha, let me pay obeisances. Namo Yamunapadabja Renubihi Pavitatmane Viditakhila Vedaya Gurave Vidatmane. So Yamunacharya is so powerful Acharya, so pure. Just we have to take the Raja. Raja means the dust of his lotus feet, by which we can understand this Jnana Vijnana, that is Bhakti, and this Jnana Vijnana Yoga, which is nothing but the pure devotional service, can be understood only by his Nugraha. And it's in this way one can be self-realized. What is the meaning of self-realization? Atma Tattva, Paratattva has to be understood very nicely. So in this way, you are my spiritual master. Let me pay obeisances to you. The Stotra Ratna starts. In the Stotra Ratna, the 5 subject matters of Bhagavad Gita, that is Atma, Paramatma, Padartha, you have Kala, you have Karma. This all has been very nicely taught. What is Purushartha? What is Moksha? Because we have 4 Purushartha, Dharma, Artha, Kama, Moksha. But Panchama Purushartha Bhakti has been taught very nicely in Stotra Ratna. We will start with the first verse. So this is also for me also an first experience of reading this particular. Okay. So the shloka starts Namo Achintya Bhutat Bhuta Klishta Jnana Vairagya Rashaye Natha Yamune Gadha Bhagavad Bhakti Sindhave. So let me pay obeisances to Natha Muni. Because who is a teacher for Yamunacharya? Disciples of Natha Muni. Pundrikaksha gave his knowledge to Ramamishra, and Ramamishra gave his knowledge, which has come from Nathamuni to Yamunacharya. Nathamuni entrusted this knowledge to 2 personalities. That is, first is to Pundrikaksha. Pundrikaksha gave it to Ramamishra. Ramamishra gave it to Yamunacharya. So in this way, I pay my obeisances Namaskara. And Achintya, one cannot even think about it. Achintya, Adbhuta. So, the knowledge which has been given by Nathamuni, my grandfather, is Achintya. One cannot, it is inconceivable. And also Adbhuta, it is so wonderful. Aklishtaha, Aklishtaha. That means one has to practice, do sadhana so nicely so that one gets the siddhi, swataha siddhi. And then he's giving me jnana. What is the meaning of jnana? Understanding the difference between Jivatma, Paramatma, and Prakriti. Oh, he has given me Vairagya. This knowledge contains the Vairagya. One who takes up devotional service automatically has renounced. Paraishanubhava viraktir anyatra cha. If you have love for Krishna, automatically virakti happens. Artificially, a person need not renounce anything. Just he has to perform bhakti very sincerely and seriously. Automatically, this vairagya appears. Rashaye. Oh, he has given me punji. When Ramanishra met Alavandra at the time, he was a king there because the king of Karnataka, he gave the maximum land because he came and he was called for a debate. Alavandar was called for a debate. Yamunachari was called by a debate in a debate, and he won the debate. And in this way, he got the land to rule. When he got the land to rule, somehow Ramamishra saw what is happening. He has not come to rule the kingdom. He has come to spread Sri Vaishnavism. At that time, Ramamishra somehow very, in a very expert way, somehow met Yamunachari. We had done this also last time. He met Yamunachari. He told him, and he went on teaching the about Bhagavad Gita. And when it came to Sarvadharman Parityaja, he said, your grandfather has kept a punji for you. A punji means a rashi. Rashi means treasure. And if I show you this treasure, will you give up all these things and just surrender? So in this way, Ranganatha was shown to Yamanacharya. And glorification of Ranganatha is this punji, that is the treasure. Nathaya, my grandfather Nathamuni, Munaye. In this way, why he's Munaye? Because he's always thinking of Krishna. Muni means one who is always thinking. He's Muni. Agada. Agada. Agada means it is you cannot measure Bhagavat Bhakti Sindhaive. You cannot measure the devotion what my grandfather is Nathamuni has. Because it is Sindhave, it is Samudra. So what devotion he has and what a big treasure he has given to me. And this is like an ocean which is boundless, which has no limit. So in this way, I pay obeisances to my spiritual master, Nathamuni. नमो अचिन्त्यद्भुताद क्लिष्ट ज्ञान वैराग्य राशये नाथाय मुनिये अगाध भगवत भक्ति सिंधवे अगाध भक्ति such an अगाध bhakti. Just see, very simple way. First is to pay obeisances to one spiritual master and express whatever I am getting today is only because of my spiritual master. Now Yamanacharya, he says, all these treasure has been given to me by my spiritual master. On my own, I cannot do bhakti. Bhakti is a treasure which is past, like like properties. The parents keep properties. They write a will. Our guru also keeps us a property, and that property is devotional service. So we should have so much of indebtedness to our spiritual master that whatever devotion we are having today is only because of the efforts which our devotional devotion with our guru has done on us. Srila Prabhupada has taken so much of efforts to put us in devotional service. Srila Prabhupada's disciples have put so much of efforts to, to anchor us in devotional service. So devotional service is a treasure which we have got. Yamanachari is expressing that devotional service, whatever has been given to me, is only because of my spiritual master, that is Nathamuni. Lakshminath Samarambhan Nath Yamana Mattivan Asmadacharya Paryantam Vande Guru Paramparan. Hare Krishna. So Kartik Mahamahotsav ki jai. Everyday chant as many rounds as possible. This is a Samoha Sankalpa which I took on behalf of all of you. You can have your own Sankalpas, chanting some few rounds and chanting more rounds, reading more. You should take your own Sankalpas and see that Kartik Mahotsav happens we perform Kartik Mahotsav very nicely. It is said even a small devotion becomes multifold. The effect is multifold, and every day we are having Deepdan Mahotsav in different places. Today it is there in Jagannath Devasthanam, sponsored by our Praveen Kumar. He is a beautiful, wonderful devotee. Shweta's husband Shweta has not missed one single class. Even now, she has delivered a wonderful baby, and she is there in the class. So I request all of you to bless the child, a wonderful child who has always heard Bhagavatam, Chaitanya Bhagavat, and she was very regular even in the temple. Now she is in the mother's house at Calcutta. So on behalf of Shweta, her husband Praveen Kumar is performing today Vidyan Mahotsav. All are kindly invited. Hare Krishna.
Hare
Vanchakalpatarubhyascha
Krishna Mataji.
पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः. वैष्णव वृंद की जय, शिल प्रभुपाद की जय.